call timeout.
They end up going with timeout, and after they exhaust the play clock, Mike Walsh out there saying, hey, hold them here, we're in great shape. You know, he said the loss a couple of years ago when they lost the 95 championship game that we had on KLCS 10-8 to Dorsey. Danilo had a kick block in the winning second. He was more proud of that football team, and he's proud of all of his teams, Mike is, than any of his previous teams and any subsequent teams. They showed a lot of class. Dorsey was the better football team, yet they almost won the game. And here he is, 11 minutes and 10 seconds away from beating Troy Star again and winning his second consecutive championship since that tough, heartbreaking loss at El Camino Real to the Dons of Dorsey. Steve Alvarado still might have an answer or two. Fourth down and 13. Obviously, Taft needs a conversion here in a big way.
Interesting to see who they go to in this situation. I think you have to get Hearns involved, and I think you have to utilize him as a receiver. I think it's awful difficult to count on a 13-yard pickup on any type of regular running play. Some discussion, I don't know if it was over the clock, but whatever it is, it's caused Troy Star to remove his hat. So it must be a serious conversation. It is a discussion of some importance, I would imagine. The assistant coach, I think that's Frank Grossman, also talking to the referee and Troy Star.
I think Troy Star's point is we called the timeout, we being Taft before the play clock. Now, he's saying, hey, we shouldn't lose the 5 yards if we got the timeout called. Let's see if they give them back the 5 yards or if indeed that penalty stands.
I didn't see the timeout called prior to the play clock expired.
Mike Walsh may lose it on the sideline if they get that 5 yards back.
And that's my own opinion. And now the referee's going to talk to Mike Walsh. That's usually not a good sign when you go talk to the opposing coach, because you're usually telling him we're making a change. And it's a question of if somebody called a timeout on Taft, and if this is a critical call, because I think you're right. That's the discussion. And Walsh is saying, wait a minute. The play clock expired, they threw the flag, and then we called timeout. But he seems to be going along with it. What that means, we don't know.
You know, despite his sideline demeanor, Mike Walsh, he's a nice guy.
Very nice guy.
He looks like a rough customer on the sideline. I'm sure he's a tough coach and he gets animated, but he's really a good guy. So let's get the call. How time we start this out?
There was no timeout on that play. Taft still has 2 timeouts remaining in the game.
So they elect not to use a timeout.
Well, I think it was more of a question of Troy Star saying, wait a minute, we didn't want to use a timeout there. It was a curious place for a timeout after the fact. Before the fact, sure, you could see it. After the fact, it was useless. So they got it back. So they won the argument.
Well, he may have won the argument, but he's got to get the conversion. It's 4th and 13. San Pedro fans making a lot of noise. Throw over the middle, incomplete, and wanted Wallace. The ball goes over on downs. Holman Wiggins with quite a hit on Wallace.
And that ball here is like it was the catchable area. The crossing pattern again. This play has troubled Taft all night long. The inside receiver is crossing across the middle. And again, ball hits the hands. It's got to be caught. I don't know if it would have been distance for the first down, but it would have been close. And now the clock is really the enemy for Taft.
Troy Star looking up at that big scoreboard clock, knowing full well Corridors need to hold. Holman Wiggins running wide right. Tyler Brevin there to close them off. Also Deontay Hall. Do that UCLA theme song in the background. The Rose, of course, gets ready for the Cotton Bowl against Texas A&M. Great year for UCLA football this season.
Indeed.
I wish Bob Toledo's team home against the Aggies.
There's Holman Wiggins in action. Good defensive play by Taft. There's no quit in either one of these games. You're talking here on this field, the game we're watching right now. Two teams who don't know what quit means. Forget the score, forget the situation, the emotion. They play until the final buzzer.
And that safety gives Taft hope because they're 15 down rather than 17. And a fumble. Taft appears to have it. Tyler Bredin, number 41, looked like he got to the ball, and he did. So Taft gets its first turnover of the game. And again, I'll say it, that safety gives Taft a chance to stay in the hunt.
Let's pick up the fumble here. The pitch was high, and that was the problem. It was intended to be pitched back to Ray Moreno, but it kind of hit him high, near the shoulder pad. That shoulder pad area is very tricky because it's thick, and it's tight, and Taft takes over.
Still 10 minutes and 14 seconds left. Back to the ground game with Marcus Brignac.
Just when it appeared that San Pedro was starting to put the game away, critical mistake.
Michael Martinez finally rolls down. Marcus Brignac, legitimate Division I player. Brignac, first team All Northwest Conference. And the first draft choice for the offense. Remember we talked about Troy Starr's methods of picking his top 11 on offense and defense. Brennan was the first pick on defense. Marcus Brignac was the number 1 selection on offense. Quick pass to the side. And Dominic Early. He's struggling to move forward.
Look at the coverage by the San Pedro linebackers and corners. I mean, that is just remarkable to have 3 guys close on the ball that fast on a play like that. That is tremendous. That's Michael Martinez, one of those linebackers.
Taft has had his opportunities. They've been in San Pedro territory repeatedly in the second half. But the Pirates have come up with big defensive stand after big defensive stand. They're down in 3. Ball at the 42 of the Pirates. Another fumble. Pirates have it. They just broke down the offensive front. Ryan Solomona. No surprise again. He is unbelievable in the middle.
Here it is again. Just great penetration by the San Pedro defense. When you're hit, as soon as you get the ball, it's awful tough to control it.
Meatball was the one that caused the fumble. Andrew Wilson, the senior. And Solomona, his inside linebacker partner. Wilson and Solomona in the middle. Wilson caused the fumble. Solomona recovered it. Armstrong healthy again, running. Cedric Hearns. Over the ball. Boy, let's see who gets the ball. I'm going to say that Armstrong was down. Hearns nearly pilfered that one away.
Once again, I think one of the themes of tonight's game is that Taft has done a fairly good job stopping or slowing down the double wing T offense. I'm impressed with that. And yes, he was down. The ball was ripped out well after the play. But Taft just has been unable to score, unable to capitalize. San Pedro has, and that's the difference.
Pirates looking for their 13th win of the year in 14 outings. First back through Tony Danello. Can't get through. David Mello stopped him. Also there, Carlos Mason, number 63.
You know, the last few series, Randy, San Pedro has been stopped on offense. Taft has done a nice job. But in each situation, Taft has stopped, got the ball back, and been unable to score outside of the safety. So the Taft defense has done a nice job, but they just haven't been able to put points on the board.
The turnovers have been critical against Taft. And then a fourth down conversion try to come up into shy. Play clock down to 5, and Armstrong able to get this one off. Wiggins breaking a tackle. Holman Wiggins. Another flag now. Defensive end Eric Griffith Jr. He's had a great second half with the Taft Toreadors. Number 1 made the tackle. Holding on the offense. They might decline it. It would be 4th down and 3. That might be a good idea here.
I agree. And Taft will get the ball back, but every time they get the ball back, there's less time on the clock. But as you mentioned, and rightfully so, 2 possessions.
Holding on the offense. Take that penalty. Repeat. 3rd down.
I'm not surprised they took it in this situation. They need to play field position, and Troy Starr knows it. He's gambling here. This is not the normal call, but he has to play field position, hoping he can stop him here and get the ball back and shorten the field for his offense. Normally, I don't think you see that call, but here, the situation a little bit different. 3rd and 13. Let's see if Troy Starr's gamble pays off. It is 3rd down and 13. Armstrong pursued, and Holman Wiggins is wide open. And Troy Starr's about to pull his hair out. A late flag comes in.
How does Holman Wiggins, who is a superstar for San Pedro, ever get that wide open?
Well, the flow's to one side, and Wiggins is back to the other side. Somebody is blowing an assignment.
Now this could be pivotal because this play could be coming back. So let's see when we get an official judgment from the referee.
It is a clip on the offense.
And that changes the scope of this drive.